This is a video response to Goth Confessions by Batcave Dilemma. So these are my goth confessions, or rather non-goth confessions. First of all, my favorite movie is The Click. If you don't know what that is, look it up on IMDb and you'll probably be really surprised that that's my favorite movie, as it is mainly targeted towards junior high females, and I am not a junior high female. It's based on a book series, and I just absolutely adore the movie. I've never read the books, but the movie is awesome and I fucking love it. What can I say? It's just a good movie. Okay, another ungothy thing about me is that I was in marching band for 4 years. I was also involved in pep band, which is like the band that plays for the basketball team rather than for the football team. I was a cheerleader for 2 years in high school, and I was also in symphonic band, and concert band, and jazz band, and I was actually in a jazz band. It was called Vintage Point. In my hometown, I was the piano player. It was about 10 members of all different ages, but we did some shows, made some money, and yeah, I was in a jazz band. Represent. Branching out with the whole music thing that is so ungothy of me, I love swing music. I also love polka music. I like to go to this thing called the Swiss Festival in Sugar Creek, Ohio. It's held every September/October, and it is the most fantabulous thing ever. Yeah, fantabulous. There, ungoth. I said fantabulous. But anyway, I go to that every year. It's mostly like this Swiss. It's like the celebration of Swiss people and their culture and everything, and it's a lot of polka music, and it is so much fun. There are actually people running around in Swiss outfits consisting of like the green hat with the feather and the red lederhosen and everything. Oh my god, it's fantastic, and I just fucking love it. And I get looked at real weird because I'm the only one who looks like this tooling around, but I've been going there since I was born, so yeah, that's another thing. Another thing that is sort of ungothy about me is that most of the goths that I know, I don't actually know very many of them in real life. A lot of them are just online buddies and stuff. A lot of them I know are kind of into the fetish sex thing and like the bondage and the kind of freakish thing, and they're all, well, not all of them, but most of them are like bisexual and are willing to experiment outside relationships. A lot of them are in really committed relationships, so I'm not saying they're all like this, but the majority opinion of the people that I know seem to be very sexually open, and I'm not. I'm really conventional. I'm actually kind of prude when it comes to that kind of thing, and I avoid goth clubs. Like, a friend of mine actually invited me to a local goth club on a fetish night. It was like back to school beatings, and I really was uncomfortable with that kind of scene, and I just elected to stay home and not go to that because, I don't know, that kind of thing just makes me uncomfortable, and it seems like a lot of the guys that I know are kind of into that sort of thing, and that's fine. That's fine. It's a personal opinion. It's just not my thing. Another thing, you might want to sit down for this one. I shop at Hot Topic. Yes, I do. Not all the time. In fact, I don't really go there all that often. It's usually when they're having their hot mess sales, which is like 50 to 70% off stuff that's already clearanced. So like, for example, I got this shirt right here. I got it for like $2 because they had the hot mess sale. And so I go there and I clean up on t-shirts and accessories and makeup and hair stuff. Mostly my hair dye and my makeup come from Hot Topic. And occasionally I will get t-shirts because there are some, they fit me and they look nice and I just like them. It's nice to have t-shirts that I enjoy, right? Because, you know, I grow. So, or in my case, I'm actually shrinking because I've lost 15 pounds in the last 5 months. Yay! But anyway, so yeah, I shop at Hot Topic. I don't like most of the stuff that they have because it's a lot of, you know, things that I really, really don't like. But I do shop there, and it's not a thing to be cursed because it doesn't make me any less goth. It's just they have stuff that I want to buy, so why not, right? Another very, I would consider this to be an ungothy thing, but at the same time, it is sort of gothy because Goth is sort of about being creative. I mean, not sort of, it is about being creative, but I don't suspect many goths would do this kind of thing. I'm an avid cross-stitcher, and if you don't know what cross-stitching is, it's basically you have this piece of fabric. It's called cross-stitch fabric. You can't just take any old fabric. Well, I suppose you could if you were good enough, but I wouldn't recommend it. It has like a grid, like a little teeny tiny grid, just like vertical and horizontal things, and you take the colored floss, which is the thread, and you make an X this way, you make it this way, and then you cross it this way. You just make a little X of color, and then basically you do that and you make a picture out of it. And you can do that with anything. You can make pictures, towels, bibs, afghans, all kinds of stuff. And I really like to do it, and I'm pretty good at it. Fact is, I'm just really lazy and I never really finish a project, so hardly anyone's seen my efforts of my cross stitch because I don't ever finish. So I have like 15 unfinished projects in my cross stitch crate, as I call it, because I've got so much stuff in there. I actually have a picture that I'm starting to cross stitch of Edgar Allan Poe. There you go. I started one of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac as well, and I want to do one of Lenore, this girl right here. So it's actually kind of cool. It's really tedious and it takes a really, really long time. And it takes a lot of devotion and a lot of patience, and you pretty much have to be nearsighted to be able to see to do it, which I am, so that works out. So that's not very gothy, because I've, done like angels, and I did a butterfly, and like I did a tiger once, and silly stuff like that, but it's really cool, and it's a good creative way to express myself, and I enjoy it, so it's goth, but it's not. Pretty much the last thing I want to say is something that I've always kind of felt weird about, but I don't know, I don't feel too extremely weird about it, and I'm not too worried about it, is that, all my friends that I have who are goth and they have pets, they're all like black cats, and they're all named like these gothy names. Like my one friend's black cat's name is Lydia, and that makes me think of the girl from Beetlejuice. And then my other friend, she has a black cat whose name is Lestat. There you go. So I always kind of felt weird because I'm just like, yeah, I have this brown cat. She looks like the cat from the Mean Kitty song, if you've ever seen that. It's just kind of stripy, but yeah, she looks like Sparta from the Mean Kitty song. And if you've seen my other videos, you know what she looks like. And her name is Mocha. Not very goth. I mean, she's brown with stripes and her name is Mocha. And the reason that I named her that actually is because when I first got her, I thought that's the color that she looked like. She looked like mocha colored to me because she didn't look brown, and she kind of had this thing where some days she'd look a little more gray than others, and then some days she'd look a little more brown, and some days she was like in between. And I'm like, that's a very mocha colored pattern of fur, or color of fur. So I named her Mocha because of the color of her fur. Not because I like mocha. In fact, I hate coffee. Don't even get me anywhere near coffee. Like, I like the smell of it, but I will not drink it. It makes me sick. It hurts my stomach. I don't like caffeine. So yeah, my cat is not black and does not have a goth name by any means. And now you know the story of how my cat got her name. That's my list of things that are un-goth about me, or goth confessions, if you will. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I'm sure you did, because a lot of people don't know most of the things that I just told you guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, and watch my other videos. Thanks for watching. If I don't make another video again before Halloween, which I am planning on it, but I don't know if I'll get to it because I've been really busy, I bid you all happy Halloween.